Good morning. Oh no. Don't faffle and say, Jesus Christ, it's him. I can't take it no more. No. Just calm it down, because this is a video. You can pause it and you can replay it. You don't need to listen to me now. But today is Saturday and it's May the 16th, 2020. And 8 weeks ago, I uploaded, designed and brought live a Facebook group, and that was called SDMC, Social Distancing, Munches and Crunches. And the whole purpose was because natively we are social distancing, so I needed to connect in that way. Munches was because of what we're eating whilst we're on lockdown, and it comes and stems from the fact that I'm a nutritional coach. Then social distancing, munches and crunches. Exercise. So I'm a fitness professional and it's there, it's live. It was private, then I turned it public, but from today, I'm going to turn it back to private because I've got something for you. I've got a productivity hack, and this may seem a little bit different from my nature rambles and my thought-provoking content, but it's not, because it's what I do. It is my productivity that can hopefully hack your way to your design. So I'm going to give you some tips. So all it is just some tips, and then I'll get back to the SDMC. Get a piece of paper if you don't mind. Now, you could do this digital, so you can go onto your evergreen notepad and you might even want to start record, but it doesn't really work like that. You need something tangible. You need something that when you write, you can map it out, because it's the mapping process that we're going to take advantage of. So we're going to map your way to your success. I want you to answer 3 questions before you get that paper. And after you answer those 3 questions, that will all determine whether or not you need to get that paper or you need to listen to me anymore. Number 1, are you happy with your weight? Number 2, do you want to lose weight? Number 3, are you ready to take responsibility of your own actions? So you should have a no, yes, because the majority will win. And if the yes has won, get your piece of paper. And you can pause this. And as you pause this, let me give you something to make you chuckle about. You can pause it on this. Okay, so hopefully now you've had enough of my face. Piece of paper. It's not an arduous task, but it is something that you have to kind of brain feed it. What I want you to do is list all of the foods that you have eaten yesterday. So today's Saturday. So I want you to list all the foods that you ate yesterday, all the way up until the point where you can remember this week, okay? And I want you to do that. Now, if you can't remember, just give yourself some form of nudging on remembering. You know, what did you have for dinner? What did you have for breakfast? That kind of thing. And then hopefully that will nudge your way into understanding what you've eaten. And then dump that all on that paper. That's one column. Then you've got 2 columns beside that column. Those 2 columns are going to be good and bad, right? So I want you to put the foods that you've eaten into the good and the bad. But there's no studies that you could look into right now to tell you what is good or what is bad. This is a case study, a self-manifested case study that I'm helping you out with. So this doesn't have to do anything with providing you any kind of evidence. This is just squarely and solely for you right now in these lockdown times. So the good is going to be something that you enjoy eating. The good is something that you know that because you've eaten it, it's good for you. The bad is going to be that temptation bad. It's going to be, yeah, I do like that, I'm going to go for it. Or it could be the fact that I know this is really bad. I know it's really bad. Or it could be, yeah, that bloats me, that freaking bloats me, but I keep on eating it. Those are your bads, right? So you've got the good and the bad, right? So you've got them 2 lists. So that middle list now is gone. You've got your good and your bad. Now, look at your good and look at your bad and put them into a separate list and say to yourself, what do I want to eat out of those foods on a regular basis? Like, what do I feel comfortable in eating? How do I break all of these foods down, and then by the end of the week, I know that by eating all of these foods, I'll be happy with that. So there'll be good foods and there'll be bad foods in that as well. So that's what I want you to do right now. I want you to list those foods. Now you've got those foods, right? Now hopefully you've been pausing and you're coming back to this. So you've got them foods. Those foods are your ultimate essential foods, the ones that you have been eating on lockdown, right? Now, what I want you to do is look at those foods and say to yourself, I know about fats, I know about fibre, I know about carbohydrates, I know about protein just a little bit. However, let me just look at them and let me see which ones outweigh what. So if you've got like more grains, more potatoes, more starches, then you've got a lot of carbohydrates. If you've got like all your confectionaries, like you've got a lot of biscuits, you've got some chocolates, then you've got your hydrogenated fats, you've got your crap, right? Those are your bads. Then you've got things like chicken, you've got pulses, you've got turkey, beef, like lean beef mince. That is your protein. Do you understand? And then look at the oils that you're eating as well. So your extra virgin olive oils, your vegetable oils, your canola oils. Canola, that's American. So your rapeseed oils. And look at that. So break all that down. Now, what outweighs what? So now we have to find kind of this middle ground. Like we have to find out, well, what's good for us? I don't really know what's good for me, George, you know. Yeah, but I said, are you ready to take responsibility, right? So the responsibility is just listening, because we're going to map out the words, okay? So you're dealing with a nutritional coach and a fitness professional right here. And I'm not looking for no upsell, okay? I told you about the Facebook group, and I'll come to that after. Now, with protein, 16% of it makes up your body. So everything that is faculty in your body is protein, everything. So from your eyesight to your brain to obviously your muscles, right? Your bone density, everything is protein, okay? Protein comes from the Greek word called protein first, okay? And you need to find that out first. Now, if you're a vegetarian, if you're vegan, if you come from that kind of ethic background, then yeah, you could still do this via like the nuts. There's like loads of protein in nuts, pulses, beans, legumes. There is so much to choose from when it comes to protein. So you don't need to stress out too much, right? Okay, so you've got that list, and hopefully now you've got something in order of a percentage, right? And when you look at it, you can see, well, that's not carbohydrate dominant. That's not protein dominant. That's not fat dominant. But I'm not trying to take you away from the foods that you like. So if by doing this list now, you can see, well, I don't really like that, change it. Change it to something that you do like, and then ask yourself a question. Can I see myself eating this for the rest of my life? And then you're going to say no, because it will get boring. Yeah, I understand that. But look at the foods that you've chosen. They don't need to always be in that format. It may seem boring, but if you look at the meats, then chicken can turn into turkey. Beef can turn into pork. Eggs, you can add in eggs. The fruits, look at the fruits. Look how many fruits are abundant. Like if you're only used to bananas, then you can go for just some melon, some cantaloupe melon, some watermelon. You can go, instead of tangerines, you can go satsumas, pears, plums, strawberries, berries, blueberries, raspberries, blackcurrants, you know. There's just a multitude, a massive bed of variety that we need you to take advantage of and understand what that advantage is. So carbohydrates, white potato, sweet potato. If you don't like sweet potato, get rid of potato. Go for butternut squash. If you don't like butternut squash, then go for something like yam. Pasta don't need to be white. It can be wholemeal. It can still be white. Stick some veg in, and that will slow release it as well. So you don't need to get rid of the essential, I love my foods, there's no way I'm getting rid of them. No, there are hacks, and that's what I'm hopefully giving, some productivity hacks. Now, can you see yourself eating that for the rest of your life? And that is the kind of diet you need to be on. You need to be on the kind of diet that you don't even know you're on. And this is a case study. So it's all down to you. So now, productive hacks I've given you. Tools that you can work with, right? So what do you do now? You implement them. You put them into place. You start eating that way. You start eating a diet that you don't even know that it's called a diet. And you join the SDMC group. And you take advantage of all of the great free provided content that is on there. And you belong to a community, a tribe, that we're all in for the same purpose. Social distancing, which is extremely native at the moment. Munches, because we're all eating on lockdown, but it's what we're eating. And crunches, exercising, how we're exercising. And I'm going to I have uploaded some videos on there as well. So that's my Facebook group, which is private, right? It is private from today, Saturday, forgot the date, May the 16th, 2020. Now, you can share your results on it. I'm going to see you on the other side. If that's given you value, and if you've got your list, and if you really want to join in.